Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Kathy. I'm so happy you've joined me today for another story just for you. A planet full of life. When the sun came up on the 5th day, the earth was quiet and still. Nothing was moving but the leaves on the trees. God had painted a world of bright and beautiful colors, but He wanted more than just colors. He wanted sounds and motion. He wanted a planet full of life. God said, "Let's fill the air and seas with amazing creatures. I want birds of every kind soaring through the air on wings and feathers. I want fish with fins and scales swimming in the seas and lakes and rivers. I want swimming mammals to join them in their watery home." Suddenly, every tree seemed to be filled with singing birds. Explosions of red, blue, and green feathers filled the skies as parrots, cardinals, and blue jays lifted their wings to fly. Beneath the waves, schools of fish suddenly swam together like perfectly trained marching bands. Deeper down, squids and eels slipped through the dark water. On the surface, whales and dolphins jumped up into the bright sunlight, then fell with mighty splashes. God looked at what He had created, and He was delighted. "Go out and fill the world with your children," He said to His creatures. On the 6th day, God had one place left to fill with creatures. "I want the land to be filled with animals," He said, "wild animals and tame animals, even the tiny bugs, and I want each one to have children and fill the land." With those words, antelopes and horses thundered across the plains. Raccoons and monkeys scampered up trees. Elephants and sheep grazed on the fresh green grass. And God looked at His animals and smiled, because He knew what He had created was good. God's wonderful creation only needed one more thing. He said, "Let's make people, human beings who are like us. We'll put them in charge of all the creatures, birds, fish, animals, and bugs." And so God took dust and dirt and shaped it into a human form. Carefully He shaped each bone, muscle, and organ. Then He breathed into its nostrils, and the human being came to life. That's how He made Adam, the first man who ever lived. God took Adam to a special place to live, a garden called Eden, where every kind of tree and plant grew. "This is your home," God told Adam. "Take care of the trees and the plants. The animals are yours also. You should give them each a name." So God and Adam walked through the garden as Adam learned to care for each of the plants and animals. Each animal was as special to him as our pets are to us. God led each animal and bird to Adam, and Adam gave each one a name. As much as Adam liked all the animals, he noticed that there were 2 of each of them and only 1 of him. He looked, but he didn't see any other people. But God had a plan. He put Adam into a deep sleep and carefully took a rib from Adam's side. The way God did it, there was no pain and no scars. Instead of using dirt and dust, He used Adam's rib to create another person, the first woman, Eve. When Adam opened his eyes, God must have said, "I have a surprise for you." Then He led Eve to Adam. Adam must have stared and blinked. Finally he said, "Thank you, God. Now there's someone like me, only different. Since she was made from my rib, she's already part of me." God took their hands and blessed them and said, "The world is yours. Fill it with your children. The animals, birds, and plants are yours to use. Take care of them and of each other." So at the end of the busy 6th day, God performed the first wedding. Then He looked at everything He had done and smiled. "This is very good," He said.
The story you have heard today is from the Shoebox Kids Bible Stories, written by Jerry D. Thomas and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.